The recommended daily amount of fibre is 25 grams. Benefits include blood sugar level control, as well as reducing your risk of type 2 diabetes. I asked Bournemouth residents how much fibre they thought they should consume daily.
I don't actually know how much. I don't know at all. Bowl of cereal?
I don't know.
I don't know, to be honest with you. That's the honest truth. Some. I don't know.
It is clear there is a need for raising awareness. I went to the discount health store in Winton to speak to Hale Ross, who advised the best products to maintain a fibrous, balanced diet.
So this is the discount health store here, and what we do is we sell everything from supplements, multivits, to food, to sort of alternative foods, good for vegetarians and vegans, and we got a wide range of all that kind of stuff. Oh, lots. So we don't sell any fruit per se, but what we do have is, as you can see, we have lots of our fibers over here, which are our oats, our grains, and all kinds of stuff that good food. But we do also have things like psyllium husk and some of these other sort of less known fibers that can be really helpful.
Nutritionist Pollyanna Hale insists putting fibre into your daily diet is easy.
An easy way is to add more fruit and vegetables. It's incredibly, it amazes me how many people don't manage to do this, because sometimes it can just be as simple as adding an apple to your breakfast, adding a side salad to your sandwich at lunch, and adding a couple of handfuls of steamed vegetables to whatever you're eating in the evening, and that's going to really help. Other things you can do is swap white products for whole grain products. So if you're having white cereal in the morning, go for porridge oats, whole oats, or whole grain cereal. Switch to things like whole grain rice, and integrate more beans and legumes. They're really good for you, especially pulses and beans and legumes are really good for gut bacteria as well. So they're really good, and they're easy and cheap too. Ideally, people should be eating a minimum of 18 grams a day, but to be honest, most people could probably do with a bit more than that. These government guidelines are really a minimum to meet, like absolute minimum health needs and what you need for your body, but that's not the same as optimal. So a lot of people could actually do with more than that. It's incredible though that most people aren't even meeting the minimum requirements, because they're not eating enough fruit and vegetables, and they're going for more processed grains rather than the whole grains that still have the fibre intact. So yeah, most people could do with a lot more than they're currently eating. I don't treat people from a medical point of view. I help people with weight loss, so I don't delve into it that deeply in terms of analysing their exact fibre intake. But I can take a very good educated guess just from it's, for most people, unless you've got a medical condition, it's not rocket science. So you can take a look at somebody's food diary and go, there's not enough fibre there. And if you just make some really simple switches, you'll be able to increase it really easily without too much effort, and it will really benefit the health and the way they're feeling. Fruit and vegetables are always good, not just for the fibre, but also because they've got so many other nutrients as well, so many other vitamins and minerals. They contain a lot of water, so they contribute to hydration, and they're just brilliant for everybody. Everybody should be eating way more fruit and vegetables. In addition to that, you can find fibre in whole grains. That's not just things like whole grain bread. That also means quinoa, that means rice, that means oats. All grains have fibre to a degree, and the ones that some are just higher fibre than others, but all of them will help contribute. Beans are also excellent, like pulses, chickpeas, kidney beans, that sort of thing. Yeah. Well, there's different types, but the two main types are insoluble and soluble. Insoluble literally means you don't actually digest it. It kind of goes straight through you. That doesn't mean it doesn't do anything for you. That motion of it going through you does help keep motility in the gut, so it helps keep you regular, but it also helps feed the gut bacteria in your gut as well, so that will sort of digest it and then move it along as well. And soluble fibre is the one that's digested even smaller and actually absorbed into the body. That's the one that helps lower cholesterol and helps more sort of internally. An easy way is to add more fruit and vegetables. It's incredibly, it amazes me how many people don't manage to do this, because sometimes it can just be as simple as adding an apple to your breakfast, adding a side salad to your sandwich at lunch, and adding a couple of handfuls of steamed vegetables to whatever you're eating in the evening, and that's going to really, really help. Other things you can do is swap white products for whole grain products. So if you're having white cereal in the morning, go for porridge oats, whole oats, or whole grain cereal. Switch to things like whole grain rice, and integrate more beans and legumes. They're really, really good for you, especially pulses and beans and legumes are really good for gut bacteria as well. So they're really, really good, and they're easy and cheap too, especially for students like yourselves. You can buy the dried ones, soak them, and it's such a cheap way of eating. To be honest, I think awareness isn't necessarily the problem. Healthy eating advice and dietary advice and diet plans are just all over the news everywhere, especially this time of year, January. Everybody wants to get fit and healthy and lose weight. We are not lacking information out there. I think what people are lacking is the ability and the knowledge of how to turn that information into their life, how to make it simple and appealing as well. Some people see healthy eating as really boring because they might not have the cooking skills to make healthy food really tasty. So I don't actually think it's an awareness problem. I think people know, for the most part, how to eat healthily. They just are finding it difficult to implement into their own lives.